Love Island is going on strong. Going on strong. I think this was a better episode than one yesterday. Maybe. I think it's quite the same, but I still enjoyed today's episode. Although, you might get tired of me saying this, but where was the Indiyah and Dami content? Hello? To be fair, they did get a good full episode of just them two, so I'm not mad at it. At the end of the day, they have to like space out the kind of the content to different islanders, but Ekin Sue's been getting quite a lot of TV time. It's like, as much as people say they'd rather see some drama and whatever, and that's more entertaining than just watching a couple get to know each other and be lovey-dovey, but it's like we need a bit of both. Like, the drama's cool, but every now and again I just want to see two people having a good chat, having a good flirt, getting along, and just chilling. To me, that is good enough content. You know, it's a love show and I know there's going to be drama, but at the same time there's going to be some flourishing couples there too, and I don't mind that on my screen. Maybe in the unseen bits they might flood us with some Dami and Indiyah content, but today, where were they? I don't know. But anyways, let me just get into the episode now. So the episode kind of starts off in the nighttime. Obviously, it ended with the girls kind of like hovered around Charlie, the new boy, get to know him. So like now the boys have come down to greet him too, and they take him to the fire pit, and obviously he gets the traditional grilling, which is like everyone's basically firing the questions at the new person, like, what's your type, what do you do, blah 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 blah. So they're grilling the boy, poor Charlie, with all the questions. And yeah, so and then the girls kind of go like quite soon after that, and the boys are like, so who you feeling, like bro to bro, like who you got your eye on kind of thing. And he was just, I'm just open to get to know everyone. I'm like, no, Charlie, just say it with your chest. Say that you're feeling Tasha, say that you're feeling this person, like say it with your chest, in it, because they were like, listen, if I was here, like I would steal your girl too. So it's them ones there where it's fair game, fair play. But yeah, so he was basically like, yeah, I'm getting to know everyone. And I'm just like, bit of a boring answer if you ask me, but hey, Charlie, from my opinion of Charlie, he doesn't seem that interesting, but clearly Tasha finds him interesting. We're going to get into that later, but anyways, Ekin and Jay. So Ekin and Jay have a chat, yeah? And Jay's basically saying, yeah, so I'm going to go and crack on with Paige, and everything was just so smooth and so nice. And he was like, even he was shocked. Clutch Ekin took that was just so well. He was singing her praises, like, because when he told her that he wants to get to know Paige, she was like, that's fine, but you could tell she was pretending to be okay with it. Like, Jay, I'm sorry, you fumbled the bag. Like, you have to read the room. When a girl is like barely saying anything and she's like, okay, that's fine, yeah, short answers, you should know that you're in trouble, like, and she's not happy. But he was like, oh yeah, great, oh, Ekin took that so well. That did not age well. That did not age well. Like, you shouldn't have said that, boy, because Ekin, she went to the back, yeah, and she recuperated herself. She was like, she reminded herself of who she was, and she was like, yeah, nah, that ain't gonna fly. But Jay was like, she's such a good girl. Oh, chat couldn't have gone any better. And I said, yikes. But anyways, before that, he grabs Jacques and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get to know your girl Paige. And the way Jacques was like, yeah, sweet, crack on, mate, crack on, so quickly, like he didn't even stutter. And I was looking kind of like, wait a minute, were you not in the hideaway with her like literally yesterday? Have you guys not been doing kissy under the covers and everything? Like, aren't you guys locked in? Nah, because like I said before, Paige is locked in and he's not really. Like, this boy is just going for the ride. She is smitten, and he's just like, yeah, cool. And the wee was like, just crack on. Yeah. If you want Paige, yeah, just crack on. And I was just like, okay. Like, just if anyone was to show how disinterested they are in their girl going for someone else, Jacques is the guy. And then obviously he goes to like Luca and Gemma now, and he basically tells them like what the conversation was with Jay. And then he basically behaves the same way. He's like, oh yeah, Jay wants to crack on with Paige. And I was like, yeah, just go, mate. Just go. Sweet. I'm thinking, I know Luca deep down in his heart of hearts was really, because you know Luca, yeah, he likes to be the guy who, like, he likes to impose how he would act onto other people. He's done that before with like Andrew, when Andrew was like, oh yeah, I don't care that someone was chatting to Tasha, and then Luca was like, you should care, mate, you should care. Just because Luca, yeah, he likes to be unhinged, and he feels like everyone else should be really like unhinged and insecure when someone else wants to crack on with the girl he's talking to. I could tell like when the way Jacques was reacting to that, Luca in his heart was like, he was balling his fist like, I want to say something but I'm not, because low-key in his heart he was like, if that was someone saying they want to crack on with Gemma, you think that I would ever just be like, oh yeah, cool? No, he would be like, what, mate? Are you crazy, mate? Like, that's my girl, mate. So listen, I know Luca was looking pissed off, and then Paige comes in now. Again, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, and he's so blasé about it. He's like so nonchalant. Oh yeah, Paige, by the way, Jay said he wants to talk to you. Yeah, I said, crack on. Go for it, mate. Go for it. And the more he's talking, it's like he's digging himself a hole more and more, because the more he's like so nonchalant and laid back about it, the more Paige is like hurt and bothered, because it's like, why are you not like at least a bit reassuring that, oh yeah, like, you're my girl, don't worry, I'm not even phased about it, or at least show that you care, or be a bit more possessive, not possessive, but be a more, like, claim her a little bit. Claim the damn girl. You guys just came out of the hideaway, and then some other dude is coming saying, I want to chat to you, and you're not even like trying to claim me or make me feel like, like it's okay, Paige, like, you're my girl, kind of thing. That's what she wants. She wanted reassurance, and she wanted him to be like, you're my girl, like. But he was just like, yeah, crack on, like he's pimping her out or something, like he's some pimp, like anyone can come and get her. So I actually understand why she was like crying about it or whatever. So I just felt bad for Paige. But anyways, like the camera goes to Ekin in the makeup room, and she's looking at herself in the mirror, and she's doing mirror on the wall, I'm about to cause carnage in this place. Like, she's like, I'm remembering who I am, I'm downloading Hurricane Ekin, like, you're not gonna take me for an idiot. No offense, but in my heart of hearts, I feel like production told her to like release the Kraken. Like, the production in the back was like, Ekin, that reaction was just a bit too it was enough, you know. We need a bit more sauce, we needed a bit more, you know, season to the reaction. It was too nice. Go back out there, give us a damn show. She was like, bet. So she went back there, recharged herself, rebooted herself, and then she came back all guns blazing, and like, Jay, I need to speak to you now. And then she was just like, she just went off on him, and he kind of just took it. And obviously he was just kind of like saying his piece, and oh yeah, but you know, I'm feeling, Paige, I've gotten to know you for the last 2 days, I'm feeling like we're not compatible, which is fair. At the end of the day, you're not in a relationship. It's been 2 days. Like, the turnover in this is a bit mad, you know, like, people get to know each other for like 2 days and then they get really attached, and the other person's like, but it's only been 2 days really, which is true. However, Jay, I'm peeping your game. You're playing the game. Like, as much as Ekin is playing the love game, Jay is playing the game too. Like, and everyone's peeping it. Like, on Twitter and stuff, people are saying that I think that Jay saw that Ekin was not like a popular vote, and that Paige was one of the top people in the vote because she wasn't the bottom. So he's trying to like cling on to someone who's like popular with the public. And I'm not mad at it. It's a pretty fair assessment, to be honest. I think he's definitely playing the game. And she was like, yeah. She basically regurgitated the bars that Davide said to her. Because Davide was like, you're a liar, you're an actress, go the fuck out. And what else did he say? Oh, you deserve an Oscar. And now she turns around now, reverse Uno's the bars that Davide said to her, and he's like, oh, you deserve an Oscar, you're the biggest game player here, doing the clapping, the theatrics and everything. Listen, I gotta give it to Ekin. She really does know how to be dramatic and put on a damn show, because it literally was kind of unwarranted. Like, Jay wasn't really feeding that energy back to her, but she was just giving it straight to him, no chaser. So yeah, she said what she needed to say, and unlike Davide clapped back. Jay was like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother clapping back at you, sis. And obviously everyone's kind of like watching her blow up at him, and obviously Indiyah and Dami were just on the bed looking like minding their own business, you know, being loved up on their own by the side over there, and they were just looking like, ooh, hate to be them, I'm cool over here, hate to be y'all. So anyway, it blows up and everyone kind of gets a sniff of the drama between Jay and Ekin. And obviously they go to the kitchen, but then everyone was just kind of gunning for Ekin, which was a bit like I didn't really like that. Jacques was like, oh, you're a bloody headache, that's why Jay is not feeling your headache. And then everyone was just kind of like against her. Even Dami was chiming in, all the guys were chiming in and going against her and everything, as much as she's dramatic or whatever. But she's really getting like the short end of the stick with everybody. Like, the girls are not feeling her, the guys are not feeling her. It's like, I get it, she stirs the pot a little bit, she's a bit melodramatic and things like that, and maybe she's someone that's not easily likable, but for us as a public, let's be honest, she's giving us entertainment, so we like her. But I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of people in the villa, and for them, all they're seeing is her blow up and have these unwarranted big fights with people, and then when it comes down to like taking accountability, she doesn't take accountability for it. So I kind of understand why people are just kind of like over her a little bit, because it's like, surely you can't have this much drama in such a short space of time. Like, surely not. Like, most of the drama that's happened in the villa has been Ekin, some part of it. She's been part of it. So people are probably looking at her like, Ekin, like, you're just doing too much now, sis. Like, every beef, everything, it's like you're involved, like, we're over you at this point. And everyone's kind of like taking Jay's side, and Ekin was kind of left to her devices. But I still don't like the way everyone is kind of like against her, making snide comments, because it's like, I guess it was funny when it was Davide, because obviously she did Davide wrong. So Davide's kind of like is warranted to give a few digs here and there, even though not all the time. But now it's like everyone's chiming in. Jacques is saying some digs. Everyone's like kind of giving digs around, and it's kind of like it's looking a bit lonely for her, to be honest. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel bad for the girl. But anyway, Charlie then grabs Tasha for a chat, and Charlie can smell a rat. Charlie's smelling a rat, because you know what, Tasha, when she talks, it's as if she's trying to convince herself and trying to convince us and herself of what she's saying. Because when she was talking to Charlie, she was like, yeah, so I'm in a couple with Andrew, and yeah, and he was trying to like suss her out a little bit, like, okay, cool, so are you open to getting to know me? And she was like, no, I'm really happy with Andrew, things are going really well. It's like, are you convincing us or yourself that what you're saying? Because Charlie, he was like, yeah, no, there's an opening here, she's not as secure as she says, I'm still gonna get to know her, and she's all talk, really and truly, she's waiting for someone to come and grab her attention. Like, we've been saying this, like, the last couple of days she's been real happy, real cozy with Andrew, but it's fake, man. She hasn't bought all the way in with him, but he's bought all the way in with her, and it's really sad. But we're gonna talk about that, like, and Andrew's comeback is coming, like, Hurricane Andrew is on the way, but we'll get into that anyway. Yeah, so Danica and Davide are talking, And again, it's like, I feel like Danica shouts when she speaks. It's like she doesn't talk in like an inside voice. She doesn't talk in like a bit of like a flirty voice. It's like she's forever like, yeah, so I'm getting to know you. You're like super fit. Like you've got brown hair and a amazing body. Like you're my type. Like she's always like talking like so loud. And it's like, reel it back in, sis. Like, you know, soften up a little bit. I mean, hey, if that's how she talks, that's how she talks. But it's like, just calm down, girl. Just calm down. But yeah, she's talking to Davide, and then Davide just bloody kisses her out of nowhere. And obviously, to be honest, she took it because Davide is her only prospect in the villa at the moment. She hasn't really got no play from no one, so she's like, okay, cool, let me just zone in on Davide. And Davide, I'm sorry, but that was such a random kiss. And he was like, oh, Danica is feeling Davide, so I give her a gift. It's like, you give her a kiss as a gift. I'm thinking, is that a pity kiss? Is this like a kiss because you want to kiss her and you're feeling her? Or is it a gift? Is it a kiss because you're just bored and you're giving her a pity kiss? At this point, yeah, Davide is just here for banter and for fun. Because later on, my man said, oh, I need to give Antigone a kiss too to see if I can get to know her. Like, so how you get to know people is by kissing them, Davide. Like, what is going on here? What kind of gameplay is this? Like, that means that what that means is that Danica, he's not really feeling you because he's literally talking about plotting to kiss Antigone too to see how she's feeling, how she would react to that. But Danica, in her mind, because she's getting no play and no attention, she's thinking, oh, Davide really likes me now. He planted a kiss on me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Davide is just kissing for out of boredom at this point. He's not really, he wasn't really kissing you because he was feeding you, sis. Sorry, Danica. You're just a casualty at this point. You're a casualty. Anyway, the camera goes back to Ekin Sue, who's in the makeup room, and she is, I'm sorry, but I've never seen the makeup room or the girls getting ready room that messy in my life. That place was a absolute tip. Is it just me? Like, my goodness me. Like, there was just things everywhere. Was there even any place to even like lean your elbows on? Like, the place was completely packed up. I'm thinking, girls, like, get it together. Like, I know you guys have been there for a while and you're getting real comfy, but like, let's bring some order back into the villa, please. But yeah, so Charlie goes to chat to her and tries to make himself like known, like, oh yeah, I'm feeling you or whatever. Even though he was low-key kind of saying things like, oh, are you only interested in me because I have a pulse? And he was saying little things like that. And I was just like, what are you doing? And like, just talk to her. She's a bit irate, you know. She just had a bit of a blowout and feeling a bit isolated and alone because literally no one was backing her in there, and none of the girls came to be with her in the makeup room to talk to her after the whole thing. Like, she's feeling really alone, and Charlie's calm, obviously trying to like lift her spirits a little bit. But then in the conversation, Ekin Sue was like, she thinks she can get Davide back whenever she likes. I'm like, girl, you didn't get the message. Davide ain't feeling. Davide hates you, Ekin Sue. You cannot get him back. If by some miracle, some able to get Davide back, because low-key, there's still tension there. Like, I'm sorry, but Davide, if you really didn't care about Ekin Sue that much, you wouldn't feel the need to always speak on her name. Like, you always have something to say. That means that low-key in your heart of hearts, like, you're still bitter and you still care about her. Because there's a fine line between love and hate. Because when you love someone, you care. But when you hate someone, you still care. So it's like, Davide, low-key, there's something there. So that's why I feel Ekin Sue is feeling like, oh, I can get Davide back if I wanted to. And I think anything can happen because Davide right now is just kind of floating around, not really. Danica's there, Antigone's there. He's just enjoying his free holiday. So if Ekin Sue was to try and slide back in there, listen, that would be such a plot twist, and I'm here for it. I'm kind of here for it. Although all the stuff Davide said is like about her is a bit like, okay, calm down, boy. You need to stop throwing digs, but that would be such a plot twist, and I'm here for it. But she's like, oh, I can get Davide back. As of right now, no, I don't think so, because in his mind, you're still a liar. You're a liar. I need to stop imitating him. But either way, Charlie wants to crack on with Ekin soon. She's like, well, yeah, me and Jay are over, clearly. So it's open season for me, baby. So anyways, now Paige is like kind of like deeping the whole thing with Jacques. So she's really sad and she's crying and everything. And obviously Tasha's like there to console her and whatever. The thing is, Paige, I'm so sorry, but you cashed in a bit too early. I don't know. The thing is, it could go one of two ways on this show. It's like there's people that come in and really early on they find someone and then they have like this long, amazing love story and then they make it to the end and it's like a beautiful one. Like that's happened before. I forgot the names of the people before that happened with. That can happen, but sometimes and most of the time you have to be very careful and not cash in too early. And she's cashed in way too early. Like my girl is like bawling her eyes out, talking about, when she was talking with Indiyah, she was saying things like, I feel like I'm cheating if I'm talking to Jay. I'm thinking, sis, please. But I get it, because imagine spending all these days with this person, you're getting all loved up in the bed, cuddling each other every night, then you went to the hideaway, did bits. It's like you're attached to now, but it's like it's a bit too early for you to have this many feelings, and Jacques is not really meeting you on that level, sis. And I feel really bad because my girl Paige, like, I just don't want her to get heartbroken. Like, she's a sensitive soul, and I don't want her to get heartbroken. But yeah, so she's crying and everything because she's low-key mad that Jacques is just basically just telling her to crack on, when she's basically like, why would I crack on when I'm locked in onto you? Like, she's the type of girl that when she sets her eyes on someone, she puts all her eggs in the basket. There we go. Every season everyone's like, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. No, I have all my options. But she's like, she saw Jacques, she literally put every single last stinking one up, and she didn't look back. My girl said, I can't give Jacques 80% and give Jay 20%. Why not? Why not, sis? Why not? I feel like, my girl, you're on the wrong show. You might be on the wrong show, because this is a game show. Anything goes. So it's like you always have to obviously be have your guy, but always just in the back of your mind be like, anything could happen. His head could turn, and just have that what if, because you actually don't know him all that well. Like, you've only known him for a couple of days. So it's like you always in the back of your mind have to have that self-talk that his head might turn. So you need to exercise all the potential options. But anyways, yeah, he walks in and he's like, oh, you're crying. And she was like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, sis, just tell the truth. Like, I know guys hate it when something is clearly wrong with a girl, and then it obviously has to do with him. And then instead of her to be like, okay, cool, I didn't like when you did this. Oh, nothing. Girl, just say it, spit it out. Tell him how you feel about what just happened. Like, personally, me, like, I'm not here for longness. Like, if I feel some type of way, I need to say it here, like right there and there. I don't want to be hiding my feelings and quenching them. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. But then what I was took aback a little bit was when Jacques was like, oh, who knew I would care about her crying. I'm like, what? So you can go in a hideaway with a girl, but you're shocked that you're actually like you're feeling some type of way about her crying. So that means this whole time he wasn't really in his heart of hearts. He was like, yeah, she's cool, she's a good vibe, but he was just not as into her as she's into him. And it's only taken him seeing her crying that he was like, oh, I actually care about her. I'm like, oh my days, get this guy off my screen. Like, boot him off, please. I'm tired. I'm just tired. My girl Paige deserves better. I'm so sorry. Anyway, the next day now, and yeah, so the girls have a chat about again, they debrief as they do. It's become a routine now. After every night in the morning, the girls chat, the boys chat. And in the girls chat, obviously Ekin Su is talking about the again. I feel like, is it just me, but does this not seem like deja vu a little bit with Ekin Su? It's like I'm rewatching the same thing happening, because again, when she had the beef with Davide, it's like the same situation, like the same fire pit, same blowout, walking away dramatically and all that stuff. And then the next day, same thing of like debriefing the girls about it and saying, oh, feeling like she's in the right, and that this whole notion of like no accountability in anything. And Indiyah was just like not feeling her again, like when she was talking, like, oh, she's like, you could tell that everyone's just kind of over her shenanigans. Oh dear. Yeah, sorry, Ekin Su. At the end of the day, Jay was respectful about it. He was like, oh, he pulled you to the side and said, I'm going to get to know Paige. And he pulled Jacques to the side and said, I'm going to get to know Paige. He did it the right way. He didn't do double the 7 mission like you on the terrace. He actually did it respectfully. So he's not really in the wrong, technically speaking. So the only thing he's wrong about is that he did kind of lead her on, because wasn't it like 2 days ago you were saying that if Ekin was sent home, you would leave the villa with her? Selling dreams, mate, selling dreams. But look, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I want to crack on with Paige. But then again, Jay, I'm peeping you, bro, because you said to Paige when you went to chat to her, oh, I've had my eyes on you the moment I came in. But then when you did come in, you told Amber that. You told Amber, oh, I had my eyes on you straight when I walked in. I'm like, listen, you can't double back on what you're saying, bro, because this is recorded TV. This is live TV. Like, this is recorded. Like, what you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. What you said is you are literally you're capping basically, and we're catching you in the cap. But it is what it is. Do what you gotta do, Jay. Yeah, so in the guys chat, so Davide basically lets them know that he kissed Danica, and then who was it? Luca was like, well, we kind of knew that because you had makeup on your nose, you had powder on your nose. I'm thinking everyone is getting caught in 4K this season. Like, no one is going like undercover incognito. Like, everyone's getting caught in 4K. Who is it that was caught before? That Dami was like, yeah, I saw the makeup on your nose, mate. And then now he's getting caught with the makeup on his nose. Like, listen, if you're gonna be doing kissy in the side or whatever, just wipe your nose. Good, check the mirror, man. You know these girls are kicking on the makeup in that makeup room for hours as they're getting ready. Like, if you want a no face, no case kind of vibe, go wipe your nose, mate. Like, this is incriminating evidence. But yeah, so he was just like, yeah, just give Danica a kiss. Yeah. I'm sorry, Davide's in love with himself. He's in love with himself. Like, he has never grafted a girl himself this whole time. Like, Ekin came to him. Gemma kind of came to him too. Who's this new girl? Danica is coming to him. Like, he's never having to like really go and put effort into girls. Like, they just come to him. So that's why he's just kind of like, yeah, I can kiss this girl. I can do what I want with this girl. Like, because he's just kind of like, like, he knows he's beautiful, he knows he's good looking, and people keep reminding him about it too, and it's just kind of like he's just so blasé about it. Yeah, he gave her a pity kiss. I'm sorry, he gave Danica a pity kiss, and it could never be me. I'm sorry, it can never be me. Like, are you mad? No, but she's kind of desperate at this point for anything. So at least in the recoupling, she's gonna recouple with Davide, at least, I guess. But yeah, so what's his name? Charlie goes to gym with Ekin Su. Again, this is what I'm saying with the deja vu, because I've seen this before. I've seen Ekin at the gym with Davide. Listen, my girl is doing what she's got to do. So she went to gym with Charlie, and again, she's barely doing anything. She's just doing up cheerleader. And then Davide made like a snide comment about, oh, she goes from flower to flower. And I'm like, listen, man, people need to give her a break. She's on a game show. It's a love game show. You have to do what you have to do. If you look out with one guy, there's a new guy. Let me go for it. Let me check it out. she's doing what she has. She's doing what she has to do. Like, this is part of the process. And I don't know why she's getting shamed for it, because people have been doing this from past seasons. This is nothing new. That's the whole point. It's supposed to get to know people, and if it doesn't work out, you move on to the next. So what's the issue, man? I get it. Davide is just here to make fun and provide some comic relief, and is just getting onto her at all points during the day. He's just here to like ruin her summer, to be honest. That's his new point. Love Island and finding love. Davide is like, forget that. I'm here to make sure Ekin Su's time in the villa is absolutely ruined, which is not nice. It's like, just reel it back in a bit, Davide. You can say a few things here and there as jokes, but just reel it back in a bit. It's not every single day, because it's kind of screaming obsessed a bit, like, because you have all this energy for her, and even though you really don't like her, like, why have you got all this energy for her? Are you a fan? Because hating on someone's low-key is still fan behavior, because you have all this stuff to say about them. So Davide, just chillax, yeah? Chillax. Yeah, so Indiyah and Paige are cutting up, and Indiyah's just slapping some sense back into her, like, because obviously Paige was like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm cheating. Indiyah was like, whoa, girl, you're not in a relationship with him. Listen, because at this point, what it's looking like is you're in a relationship with him, but he's not in a relationship with you. That's what it's looking like. There's an imbalance here. I'll get to know Jay. You don't know. And obviously, Paige has made it known that she thinks that Jay is what did she say about him? That he's a bit fake or something. Or she can't trust him. She kissed him in the challenge when she was asked who does she not trust. She kissed Jay. But so she's basically cut herself up from everyone. Like, she literally put all her eggs in Jax's basket, and now she's literally cut herself off from any other prospect. But Indiyah was like shaking her awake, like, girl, get to know Jay. Like, it doesn't hurt anyone. Like get it together. And she was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get to know him. Yeah, so she does end up having a conversation with him, and they're getting along well. And obviously from the beginning she thought Jay was her type, but Jay just kind of went straight for Ekin, like beeline for Ekin Su. So she thought, he's not really into me, but now suddenly he's showing interest, which is a bit sus, but cool. And they had a nice chat about Sunday roast and Sunday dinner and whatever. And so she's open to get to know him now, which is interesting to see how that would, because in my heart of hearts, as much as Jay is, I feel like he is more suited to Paige than Jacques is. I feel like Jay is much more of like the relationshipy kind of guy who would give her the romance, give her the love and the things that she needs. I feel like Jay could give that to her, but she has to be open to it. He's more suited, but she's a bit too into Jacques at the moment. Jacques just need to do something trifling to break her heart, and then she will fall into the arms of Jay. That's what has to happen at this point. But we'll see. Or maybe he might turn her head. We don't know. We don't know. But so Charlie's has some dates with the girls, and he picks Ekin Su, of course. That's why Ekin Su's getting play. Like, since she's gone to the villa, she's been going on dates. Like, she went on a date with Jay. She's a sought after kind of thing. So yeah, Charlie went on a date with her, and again, I feel like the deja vu thing, because she tried to feed him strawberries, and she was just like getting her flirt on and whatnot. And she low-key said like she low-key finds him ugly, because she was like, I'm going for something different this time. I'm going for someone who's not really my usual type. Essentially, she doesn't find him good looking. She's trying to go for personality now. That's basically what she's saying, because when it came to Davide, when it came to Jay, she was lusting, she was sweating, she was doing everything for them. But for him, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna look at his heart. Basically, you're not really her type, but listen, she's running out of options at this point, so all bets are off. Charlie, my boy. Yeah, so she went on a date with him. That was cool. And then he went on a date with Tasha, and the girl is flip-flopping again. Again. Oh my goodness me. Was it not 2 days ago you said that if Andrew was to leave, you would leave with him? And now this Charlie guy is giving you just the bare minimum chit chat, bare minimum hot tub in private. I think she was getting a bit excited because, you know, it's a hot tub, it's private, and it's just one-on-one, so it's a bit of a different vibe. But bruh, changed your tune really quickly, because wasn't it last night you told the guy, I'm all for Andrew? Like I said, she was trying to convince her she didn't do a good job, clearly, because the next day she's like, well, I'm open to getting to know you, Charlie. Like, he knew, he could smell a rat, man. He could smell it. He could smell it. It stinks of just rat and cap. Yeah. Her eyes was glistening. She was just looking at him with such, as if he's like the best thing since sliced bread. I'm just thinking to myself, bruh. And other people have peeped her. Dami even said, because Davide like threw the question out there, like, do you think her head would turn? And Dami was like, yeah, of course. Like, she wants a bad boy, and he's right. I love people who are very self-aware and they can read the room and they can read people. I like people who can read people, and he read straight through her. He was like, nah, Andrew, you're just a placeholder, bro. You're a placeholder until a bad boy, a guy with sauce, comes in and it sweeps her off her feet. And clearly she thinks that Charlie has the sauce that she needs for her chips or for whatever, and she's ready to risk it all for him. She doesn't think Andrew has sauce. That's the problem. She thinks he's like a little boy. I feel like she treats him like he's a bit of a little boy, not a man, and like a guy who's got like confidence and things. That's what she wants, like a guy with confidence who's gonna come in and sweep her off her feet and all that stuff. Like, and Andrew's not really doing that. So her head's turning. She's open to Charlie now. It's open season again. Oh God, my girl Tasha. I find it interesting though the way the girls treat Ekin Sue as opposed to Tasha, because Tasha, listen, at the end of the day, Ekin Sue is she's public with her ish. She's not moving in silence. She's moving out loud. So she's the villain that everyone sees. But in the background, the real villain, the true villain, is Tasha, because Tasha and Ekin Sue are on the same flex. For real. They're doing the same thing. It's just that Tasha is hella sly about it. And because she's always falling back on Andrew, it seems that she's not on the same thing. But how many times has her head nearly turned, and she's entertaining other people and everything, and then just Andrew's just sitting there? Like, she been on that BS. Like, she been on that. So she's just sly one, the undercover one, but she's the true villain. Like, Ekin Sue's just getting all the flack for what Tasha's doing behind the scenes, to be really honest. But anyways, tomorrow night, Andrew said, F it. Did I not say that, Tasha, you have limited chances, my girl? Because the day that Andrew says F it, you are in trouble, sis. And guess what? You rattled the wrong cage. Like, he been hella patient with you. Every time, my head's spinning. Oh, I don't know what I want. Oh, Andrew, you're my guy. Oh, Andrew. Literally, was it not the night before? Like, that night, you were basically, what was it? They were under the covers and he was like, oh, do you like it like that? So you guys have been doing fondling, kissing, declaring love for each other. And then a new guy walks in and your head's turning. Andrew's like, nah. Who's the idiot? Not me. You're not going to take me for idiot. So he's like waking up. Wake up out of your sleep. Like, he waking up and he's like, okay, cool. And he's about to do so Hurricane Andrew is on the horizon. And in the preview, Tasha was seen crying. Listen, you rattled Andrew. I'm sorry, her time is really short. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen then, because if Andrew is saying F it, who is he going to couple up with? Because there's going to be a recoupling, obviously, tomorrow. So I'm trying to figure out who's going to couple up with who, and who's going to be, if it's the person going to be dumped, or is it going to be someone, is it going to be like a plot twist or whatever? But if Andrew's not coupling up with Tasha, who is he gonna pick? Because I think it's the guys' time now, because the girls pick last, so it's the guys' chance. So it's like, who is he? Is he gonna get a plot twist and be like, alright, cool, Danica, come here, girl? Or actually, Antigone. I completely forgot about Antigone, because I mean, yesterday's episode was literally all about her and how she's this wonderful ray of sunshine and everything. But this episode, she was more like just like the side character and everything, just like kind of chiming in kind of stuff, and being a girl's girl, being a guy's girl, just being that, but she wasn't really the focus of anything. And Jay, who she thought was really into her, is trying to go for Paige. So who's really going for Antigone at the moment, aside from Davide, who's trying to give her a pitty kiss too? But it's like, who else is going after Antigone? She's been hella quiet. But hey, Andrew might be like, oh, because Antigone is another blonde, is she not? So you might be like, alright, cool, Tasha, Antigone, come here, girl. I'm here for it. Because no offense, Andrew's just been a snooze fest. Tasha's been a snooze fest. It's pretty much this whole season. So it's like, just to see Andrew do something different, like I'm here for it a little bit, because he deserves a bit of screen time for something other than being just the doormat for Tasha, if you know what I mean. So that's tomorrow's episode. And yeah, finally Indiyah and Dami can actually recouple properly, and they'll be able to sleep in the same bed, and Gemma can recouple with Luca, and they can sleep in the same bed, and he can get out the damn doghouse. Paige might be torn between Jacques and Jay. Who knows? Ekin Sue. You never know. This Charlie guy might pick. Who knows? I have a feeling Charlie will pick Tasha. They'll make Charlie go first on purpose, and he might pick Tasha, and then Andrew might pick Antigone. I don't know. They're trying to cause a stir. They're trying to break up this couple, because Andrew and Tasha are the longest lasting together couple that's been here since the beginning. So I'm sure that producers are like, nope, we need to break that up today. Pronto. So who knows? Who knows? But low-key, I want to reel back in on the Ekin Sue content. Just I feel like I'm getting a bit of an Ekin Sue, just it's it's a bit overwhelming. Like, she's been on my screen having problems with people and all that stuff for a bit too much. I just want just some normal content with other people. So hopefully tomorrow's episode will be a bit more focused on other islanders apart from Ekin Sue. Hopefully Indiyah and Dami content. Let's pray that we're gonna have some more Dami and Indiyah content. I mean, I want it. I don't know about y'all, but yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Don't know what you guys thought. Maybe you thought some other thoughts, anything else, anything different. Maybe you disagree with some things that I'm saying. I don't know, but again, these are just my verbalized thoughts, I guess. So you can obviously catch me here tomorrow again at the same time. And let's be real here. Tomorrow night's episode is going to be a whole recoupling, but we know they're going to leave us on a cliffhanger, and we're going to wait until Sunday to actually find out who couples up with who. Listen, at this point, I know the recipe of Love Island producing and all that stuff. They're going to drag out this recoupling, they're going to leave the recoupling until the very end, and then they're going to drag it out by doing this long anticipation, and guess we're going to find out like on Sunday night who recouples up with who. Just watch. But anyway, finna be here tomorrow again after the episode, so that's me done for tonight. Bye.